Get the ASMR.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those. That was a good crack. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's one of those. I don't even remember why we started the podcast with a crack of a can. I think it was just something different.
Yeah.
Where you'd That's not bad, eh? I would label it as weird. I think that it's not like it's chocolatey and it's ale-y, but it's not like as a combination. I don't think works.
Really?
I don't know. Like,
I reckon some beers just go over the top with like trying to be, or they lose like some of the beer quality.
Yeah, exactly. They try to like add too much stuff in it, and it ends up just being less.
Or so many beers in the U.S. at this point, it's like 10% fruit juice, or like what the fruit trip.
Like Fruit Trip? Yeah. Who does that one?
I think it was Mountain Culture.
Mountain Culture, that's it. It came with a wild...
Juice Trip.
That was it, Juice Trip. Yeah. That beer was wild.
It's like too easy.
It's wild. Yeah, really, really cool label design as well.
Yeah.
I think, Mountain Culture do some good labels.
There's Boulder... One in Brunswick. It was Mountain Culture and Boulder Projects.
Brunswick. There's
it was a mango thing that was delicious that I had.
I have heard of that. I think I've tried it as well.
Came out quite recently.
It's like a limited release, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh dear. All right, we're back. Back at it with more of an idea of what we're doing this time.
Yeah.
Welcome in to this installation of Prime Ratio. I'm host Felix. I'm joined by guest Rohan. Guest Rohan, hello.
Hello.
We thankfully are not competing with the rain. We walked out from dinner and saw it was raining and the roads were wet and I don't know. You didn't have a rain jacket, did you?
No, I had corduroy.
Decide.
I had the exact opposite.
Exactly. You're wearing a sponge.
Yeah.
But we pretty much just rode back, and I was thinking, oh god, this is gonna be like a nightmare. But it's cleared up, which is nice.
Yeah.
Cleared up just for us.
I'm not soaked my underwear, so that was always in Portland.
That's the thing, like being. I think once it gets to the point where your socks are wet, that's just it. Nothing can be improved from that. Like
it's barely raining if you're not that wet.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not. Yeah. It doesn't even qualify. I have a rough plan. I've taken down some very hastily written notes.
Best type of plan.
Yeah. Exactly.
Measure once, cut twice.
That's it. Yeah. So for those who, most of the people who listen to this, I assume are people who ride with us. But for those who don't know, tell us a little about yourself. What's your name? What do you do? Where are you from? All that sort of stuff.
I'm Rohan. Either's fine.
There have been a surprising number of people who I think sound your name out when they I think first meet you.
It's just easier to say Rohan.
Yeah, because it's Rohan, but also like Rohan can be spelled out with an H or a W.
Yeah. I just don't really care that
much. It doesn't really make a difference, really.
Yeah, and then people ask about it and get concerned about it.
Do you have a preference? What
No.
How should I say your name?
Yeah. Yeah. But I grew up in Portland, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was super involved in bike stuff with like pretty big names. Like I spent a lot of time at Vanilla Speedwagon growing up.
Sick.
I think that's like what got me into bikes really, is just seeing them make seeing like the machines
Mm.
and like people making stuff and assembling bikes and just cool shit like that. And
Is
then-
that a bike shop fabrication?
yeah,
shop?
they're doing a lot of like cross bikes and cross race related stuff.
Yeah, sweet.
And Chris King as well. So just a lot of like high end,
Lots of very nice things
yeah.
around. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Growing up with that like appreciation for making stuff, or like yeah, just cool bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was living in Canberra. Moved to Canberra 2019. And I was like 15, and there's bushfires and COVID and shit.
Yeah, 2019. That would have been well timed.
Yeah.
But Canberra, I might be wrong, but Canberra didn't have
Oh,
that
no.
kind of crazy lockdown experience on that thing. I think
Yeah.
Probably it was only Victoria that had that anyway.
Yeah, the like really severe lockdowns.
I think everyone else just sort of closed their borders.
Yeah.
But
But it went from like not that much to like nothing. But then I did like high school and shit there.
Yeah.
But I never really found my people or people that I like really enjoyed hanging out with because they're like interested in shit.
Mhm.
And then moved here and was doing uni and like really just doing uni, but first and second year just sort of flew by.
it just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, I need to like
You
meet
need to
people and
find
get
some,
involved.
Find some people
Yeah.
to do stuff with. Yeah.
Yeah, and like find people that I like connect with or like have genuine interest with. And started looking to like alley cats and races and shit, and found out about the alley cat that Max is running, the analog one.
Yeah. Analog Alley Cat.
Analog alley cat.
Great success.
Great success.
That was when was that? That was early in the year.
Yeah, it was quite early.
I want to say like March. I think it was March.
Yeah. Yeah, that would.
I
that
could check. I got the spoke card over there, but
Yeah.
yeah. Cool. Did you do or be involved with any? I'll start again. My brain isn't working. Brain's not braining today. Did you see or do anything with alley cats in the US at all?
No.
No.
I was just not well, cause my dad was more involved in bike stuff, and cause he grew up in DC and was doing like he was messengering for a bit.
Yeah, sweet.
So I grew up knowing about that.
Mm.
My dad rode a shitload.
Yeah.
Like not track bikes at that point, or
But
fixed
just still
gear.
big miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was familiar with all that, and because I knew about like the people he knew from that and like what he got out of it.
Yeah, you get an idea of like the network and what it's
Yeah.
like. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Like I wasn't involved with. I was going to, because he just ended up bringing me to like cross races and like
Different
rides
events like that.
and yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
But I wasn't. It didn't really click with me, and I think. Yeah, like I don't know if cycling like really clicked with me until I started running Fixed.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, I don't know. I was late to learn how to ride a bike in general, and then once I got onto it, it was, I was off. There was no
Yeah.
stopping me at all. And then when I moved to Melbourne, it was one of those things. I think I bought or I was given a single speed bike. I think for like a Christmas or birthday or whatever.
Nice.
And rode around in Melbourne, and then went through and bought another one on a tip off from a guy in Richmond at a Cash Converters. I bought it for $180, and as I rode it around, the freewheel eventually exploded, and then I flipped it over the Fixed, and that was that. So
Yeah.
it's I definitely think like like riding fixed, you either start on it or you move into it, and it just consumes your whole life in terms of cycling. Because you, I think initially you were on a bomb track. You still have that?
Well, so I mean, I moved here. I mean, I used to ride to school like every day, and because my like elementary school would do a thing where like you like checked off the days where you rode to school on a bike, which is sick because it encouraged people to ride to school.
That's really cool. What was there like an incentive for that?
There's a raffle.
Oh hell yeah!
And it was like scaled by how much you
rode.
Yeah, so I ended up winning a bunch of shit.
That's sick.
I got like bike lights at one point.
I like that.
So that was like elementary school, and then moved here. Didn't have a bike for year 9 or 10, but year 11 and 12, I was riding 12. It was 12.5K either way to school for year 11, and then we moved, and then it got slightly closer, so it was about 10K each way.
Yeah, solid.
And that was on the bomb track.
That's still decent. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was. I don't know. Like I didn't enjoy it that much.
It's just like a tool. It's a way to get around.
Well, it was mostly like just riding in Canberra.
Yeah.
And it was just like the way people treated cyclists as well.
That's true.
But I just did most of the rides like no hands on the bars,
just cruising
and just chilling.
Yeah, true.
And I think it sort of clicked there. But it allowed me to go way too autopilot. Like way too autopilot.
Yeah, you just switch off.
The difference between fixed and that is like
you don't get any time for like lapses in concentration. You kind of always have to be at least a little bit on it.
Yeah.
To make it happen, because if you have a moment where you sort of lose focus, the bike's going to remind you.
Yeah.
And that's like when you try the coast going around the corner and it kicks you off, stuff like that. Did you do anything with any cycling groups in Canberra? No.
I just wanted to get the fuck out of Canberra. Like that was the only. I just wanted to get the fuck out.
That's fair. I mean, look, Canberra's a difficult place to ride around. We were talking earlier about there's an event coming up in October. It's called Fixed and Fed. It's run by a friend of mine, Alex, and it's essentially a 100-kilometer ride all the way around Canberra. Essentially, like we did it 4 years ago, I think 2021. And it was great. It essentially turned into like a bunch of laps of the lake in the middle.
21.5K, I think it is.
Yeah,
maybe?
So we did, I think maybe
I quite like that loop.
3 or 4 like extended laps with like little deviations and some stops and stuff. But yeah, this year we've got a few people going up. I'm going to go up and
I'm definitely going up.
Have some fun. Yeah, exactly. So
I want to get my dad to come along as well.
Yeah, that'd be sick. And the fixed gear scene in Canberra, it doesn't really exist. It's like it's more of a novelty there. Like it's a lot more mountain bike. I think it's either definitely really deep into mountain biking or it's really deep into road biking.
Yeah.
In Canberra, man, because there's really good mountain bike tracks around and the roads are way too wide. So it kind of ties in very nicely with that. But I don't know. I'm keen to go back.
I'm definitely keen
and see what's happening.
I mean I think I found it definitely a bit like that, like because it's also just hard to find people. I don't think I was also like in the right space, I guess, to
right
like
state of mind.
Approach it, or like just because Canberra's it's so much smaller and it feels so much more high stakes to try and meet people, I guess. But here it's
chill.
It just I don't know.
So was Max's ICAP, was that your essential like first contact with the group, or Damn, okay.
That was my first bike ride I like did with other people.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, it is wild.
You were more like solo riding before that?
Yeah,
Just literally
I mean,
riding to get around and
riding to get
whatever.
around, or like riding to explore, like the Mary Creek Trail, or just going.
Going around.
Yeah,
Yeah, sweet.
the city loop and all that.
Hmm.
And then Alex invited me to the Monday ride, and I was
Mhm.
like, yeah.
Did you find the Fixed Gear Melbourne Facebook group before you came to the Alley Cat, or was
No.
it
I
you
literally
found out
just
about
saw
it, like
Max's Instagram post. Well, because I like uni and college and stuff. It's like all of that was organized through Facebook,
yeah.
but I'd never used Facebook. Like I didn't have it. Like I think Instagram bought it, or Meta bought
It was the
Instagram.
other way around. Yeah.
And then like I had an account inherently,
Mm.
but I think like my parents stopped using it out of whatever, like moral whatever.
Yeah. I feel that.
And it's just, I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. So you've got the bomb track,
Yep.
and when you came here, you eventually got. I think I sold you
Yeah.
a Fuji Track 2.0, I think, to be precise.
Track trainer.
That I think was. I mean, I still think it's ever so slightly too small for you,
It is definitely a bit small.
but you made that work for a while.
Yeah, but it teaches you. The most important bit's like learning it, and then you get a bike that like fits and is nicer, and it's like, oh.
Exactly, yeah. And then you've got the Cinelli,
Yep.
which was something that I think I originally was going to advise you not to buy.
Really?
And then you rolled up with it to a thing on like a Friday session, and I was like, ah, shit, all right, well, never mind. I think it was just like, I think I saw it as a big sort of jump from like just starting out with the Fuji and then diving straight into something as aggressive and specialist as the Cinelli sort of mash frames are. Did you get any exposure to like the mash like videos or publications? What sort of, I guess, being in that environment with bikes and high quality parts around, what was the stuff that you were watching? Were you watching like any like the mash transit videos, or I guess the cult classic is Premium Rush, or like Line of Sight? Were there anything you were watching at that point?
That's a good question. I was watching a bit. I was watching a bit of like stuff I found on YouTube.
Mm.
I think the first like bike thing I watched was actually Graham Obry documentary. He.
What's that about? I don't think I know.
Oh, he was
Write that down.
Irish or Scottish.
Okay.
Think Irish guy
Yeah.
who was trying to go for the one of the time trial world records.
Yeah. Right.
And he sort of had his own ideas.
Mm-hmm.
The documentary sort of describes that he had his own ideas about aerodynamics and whatever.
Yeah.
But he basically built a bike out of random shit, like a washing machine bearing as the actual bottom bracket.
Oh damn.
And had basically bull horns like pressed up against his chest.
Right.
And then he got the world record.
Okay.
And
That's
then
crazy.
he got beat.
Yeah.
But it was like he just committed to it.
Committed to it fully. Yeah, that's wild. Have you seen? This is a tangent. Have you seen the film The World's Fastest Indian?
I've heard of it.
Ah,
I haven't seen it yet.
dude. Yeah, you got to watch it. I think
I'll check it out.
It's in a similar vein. Like, obviously, it's a film, so it's a little bit dramatized, but it follows like a guy from New Zealand who is basically working to get like the land speed record at Bonneville, and he rocks up on this old Indian, like, you know, this 50s or whatever
Yeah.
Indian. It's like it's a great film. I highly recommend it. But yeah, no, I'll definitely check that out. Graham Aubrey. I'll look him up in a bit.
And then, I mean, I was like, I saw. I don't know if it was a MASH. It was another documentary about messenger culture. I can find
Was
it.
that Lucas Brunel?
No, it was earlier, and it featured an interview with the mayor of New York, who's saying he didn't ban.
Oh,
But it was more so about sort of the mentality, and then it ended up with a guy touring like the bit in the subway, like this little hole in the subway where he used to sleep, and like crazy shit.
that's wild. Yeah, cool. Okay.
But I think it was mostly what I knew about it and what I got into it from was like my dad's stories.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like
That's cool.
what he was into, and trying to understand what he meant by like, yeah, you just hop a bit. You don't need brakes. You just hop.
Hop the back end.
It's like,
yeah, it's easy.
what does that mean?
Yeah. It's one of those things like it takes a bit to wrap your head around.
Yeah.
And yeah, thankfully, you know, it's one of those things that you learn pretty quick.
Yeah.
But
I think it's interesting. I mean, it's quite interesting to me because I've met like my dad. Of course, I've heard his stories, and I've heard stories of his friends, and especially people who were messengers at one point, but just were like, yeah, that's like a job I had.
Exactly, it's just a thing to do.
Yeah,
pays the bills, you know. It's great.
And it's interesting. That's just his experience with it. But I do think it's interesting, sort of how it's become a culture. In the same way that like hardcore music then, like the shows he was going to versus hardcore shows now, where things have gotten a bit more aggressive or a bit more whatever through social media.
They're more like
more extreme.
Yeah.
To some extent.
Yeah. People are testing limits and lines and stuff a lot more.
Yeah.
Which I guess is cool, but also you gotta have that element of like respect for what you're doing and who you're doing it for.
I mean I don't ride like. Sometimes I have fun. There's most of the lights in the city you don't really need to pay attention to, especially if it's at night.
A lot of them are on timers anyway, so yeah. Have you been pulled up at all riding Fix?
Not
I mean,
yet.
you've got the front brake on, so you're safe, you're legal.
According to British law counts Fixed as an extra brake. No?
Do they? Is that
I'm pretty sure it does.
It have to be.
I have no clue.
I'll have to look into that. That's cool. The yeah, I knew a guy who rode with us for a short time, and he had a single speed with a kickback brake. Like one of those like coaster, you pedal backwards and it brakes.
Huh.
And that thing was wild. He would like ride with us and he'd rip skids going down the road.
Damn.
And that thing, like that hub was the loudest thing ever. Like when he would engage the rear brake, it would make the loudest just clunk. And it would sound like if you were riding in front, it would sound like something serious would fallen off the bike.
With no brakes.
With no like handbrakes, no. You just had the coaster.
Oh Jesus!
Which
I've seen videos of those.
It scares me almost more, but yeah,
I've seen videos of people like after going down a long hill or something, and like it's like steaming, and they like flick water on it.
Yeah. And I did that. I built up this silly bike for Bike Rave, which was like I built up a 24-inch little, I guess, dragster, like one of those chopper style bikes, right? I bought one for $150 on Marketplace, and I pulled the 8 hanger bars off. I put some like towny bars on upside down, so they were drops. They dropped down, right?
Ridiculous.
I pulled the brakes off, and I replaced the back wheel with like the back wheel off like a kid's bike at work. So it had the coaster brake, because I was like, I'm not going to need. I didn't really want to run a brake on this bike because it was just a silly bike for a silly event. And then I also disengaged the suspension. So they have that really wildly elaborate looking suspension block on the front. I pulled the spring out, which effectively stretched it. And then I bolted it in place with a really over the top bolt. It was like sticking out the front. It was probably too dangerous for what it was, but yeah, I think it was sick. And then I rode that to bike rave.
Fuck yeah.
And it was a good time. Do you prefer? I mean, this is probably a rhetorical question, but do you prefer riding fixed gear over the sort of multi-speed? Is there like pros and cons to both that you sort of feel warrant keeping them around?
Well, at this point, I ride the bomb track and I just forget to shift. Mm-hmm. I just don't shift anymore.
No, those are a bit annoying, because like you end up just wearing out your drivetrain and you have to replace the whole thing just for one worn out gear.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel that I have the same thing when I'm riding the gravel bike or the cargo bike. I just like, if I'm climbing up a hill, I'll just like get up off the saddle and like crank it instead of, and I'll realize oh shit, I have gears.
But it is. I was riding the bomb track a couple of days ago, but it was like shit. It is fun to just get inertia and move,
and be able to hold it. Yeah, exactly.
Be able to just move without
constant effort. Yeah, exactly.
I think it's different as well, because there's such completely different bikes.
Yeah, for sure. It's
like they don't even feel like the same thing.
No.
Bomb track's got a front rack and it's
full
wide.
Like, yeah,
they're not even that wide as flat bars.
No.
I had to figure out how to get it to shift up into the highest gear ratio.
Oh yeah.
There's an 11 cog on there.
11 tooth
sprocket. And it's not quite going up.
Oh, it's not quite making it. Oh no.
Not quite.
Something's up. Sounds like it needs a service, man.
Yeah. It does.
Cool. So, I check my notes. I know we were jamming pretty good, but let's see. Yeah, you said you didn't really like ride with anyone in Canberra or the US. You just got.
Well, I mean, I had mates I rode with like most of the way along, just commuting to and from school, and I think that's when I realized, like, because I'd seen my dad go on rides and whatever, but like most of the time it was like riding by myself to and from school, or sometimes with him, but mostly by myself to and from school. But it clicked a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
It was
Yeah, and now obviously you're sort of one of the regulars at Monday Night Ride, the Friday sessions. After Monday nights, it's actually now more recently, it's usually you and Ed that sort of hang out, and we usually go to another bar and have probably too many drinks and move on. It's been good. I've been reminded the hard way that going out can also result in drinking way too much, but that's all fine. We live and we learn.
Well, I mean, with Monday Night Rides, I used to go out to the Monday Night Ride, then have dinner and a few beers, and then go to my mates, and then it would continue till like 3.
Oh yeah.
But having a couple more beers with you and Ed is.
It's a little bit more like structured.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. Yeah, that's all right. So your bike here, you picked that up off Marketplace. I think I remember seeing it listed for a while.
Yeah, it was a really wealthy Greek dude.
Yeah, you went and picked it up, and you said it was quite an experience. Meaning him had like a massive house and shit. And
Yeah, he was like he was like in his pajamas, like middle way through like renovating his place.
damn.
He was like, yeah, I spent $2,000 on this frame 10 years ago. I was like, yeah, it's
Looks like it. Yeah.
set up as a single speed with
no.
weird ass drops,
Yeah.
but I can see the potential.
See the changes. So you made some changes. You got you got new wheels for it.
Oh,
unbelievable. That was a hell of a deal.
Unbelievable deal.
What was it? You got them for 400?
350.
350. That's right.
Basically, I sent a photo to my dad. Like, got a bike.
Hey, are these good? Yeah.
Got a bike.
Got a bike.
Yes, it's another bike. I have 3 now. And he was like, yes.
Three's a good number.
Three's a good number. He would have done the same thing.
Yeah, I think 3. Three's a happy medium. So you picked that up.
Picked up the bike,
wheels.
and I was like, I was swapping parts over between the Fuji and the Chinelli.
Yep.
And I didn't have. It was close enough to uni, and I work at uni, so I had access to full tools. So I just ended up there till like.
Yeah.
I just ended up there till literally midnight, just swapping over parts.
Changing things over. Ah, damn.
But then I swapped it over to the fixed side because it was a flip flop wheel. Tried to skid.
Yeah.
The first little skid was like, oh my god, it's like it's so much easier to skid because it's a lighter bike. It has a totally different geometry.
Yeah.
Then the next skid nearly fell off the front
because
the entire hub was
the lock ring stripped. I think.
Yeah, the lock ring was. I took off the lock ring later and looked at it, and it was split on all 4 sides.
Oh, true.
I've
I think
you seen the.
You sent me a photo of that, and I was like, wow, that's wild.
Yeah.
It was that, and then also one of the cones was like cracked or something.
Yeah.
Which was wild.
The front hub it spins for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, and then like stops. Yeah.
But
that was a cheap cheap build that I think Ed dropped off most of the parts, and I sort of built it up and.
Oh, the Fuji?
Yeah, the Fuji. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Fuji's great.
It is what it is. Yeah. Do you spend a lot of time on Marketplace? I was talking to someone at the pub earlier about Facebook Marketplace, and we were discussing sort of the state of affairs of the second-hand bicycle market. Whereas a lot of people are just sort of, I guess, window shopping, but there's some people out there trying to sell some shit. Do you sort of have? Are you a saved searches kind of guy, or do you just like
I just have the recent searches.
Recent searches.
I haven't actually bothered
to refresh
them.
all those. Yeah. Okay.
I just go through.
It's fine.
Shit, like Chinelli.
I was gonna say, what's your top 3 like?
Chinelli, Zip. I think Envy is a complete pipe dream.
Yeah. Okay.
Thompson.
Yep. Okay. Apparently, we should boycott Thompson. I'm not. I think I saw a thing.
Yeah, because
someone posted it and saying, "Hey, this is not okay," and I was like, "Yeah, that's cool," but also like, they make good stuff. You know, it's like
that's the problem.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I mean,
that's the problem. If you make like
this is not a political thing.
Yeah.
But if someone makes components like bike components and then also happens to make other things, like that's just how their business works. Like I'm not gonna essentially like not using something in my view isn't necessarily the most helpful thing to do. Like I would much rather, if I was so inclined, I would much rather spend my energy I guess raising awareness of what these companies' products are doing. But then again, I'm not very I guess motivated to raise awareness about that sort of stuff. But anyway, so
I mean, my take on it is effectively, if you're good at manufacturing anything in the United States, you get a defense contract.
Exactly. You're gonna get tied into that.
Like what Thompson is capitalized on. What they're really good at is making really high quality CNC aluminum parts.
Yeah.
That's also really useful if you're making all sorts of things.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
it's a weird one. That was a weird tangent. We yeah, probably
It's complicated.
yeah, exactly.
I've gotten a couple of cheap Thompson parts off like pushies, because they're doing like half price on the G2 stems.
Ah, true. Yeah.
But I'm also just a student, and I'm not gonna spend like full price on any of that.
Yeah.
Really.
No, I feel that.
Like I'm not. That's not like what I'm not the type of customer that's actually gonna be making them a ton of money. I don't know.
No, yeah. It's a tough market. Like, I notice like I'm on Marketplace probably more often than I should be.
Well, yeah, but you like have a bike shop and shit.
But also like yeah, exactly. So I'm doing a bit of market research more than anything else.
Yeah.
And just seeing like the waves of stuff that go up and get listed, and then like seeing what sells and what doesn't.
Yeah.
Is surprisingly interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I just look at it for like decent deals and
Yeah.
I don't know, like
Furniture.
decent like furniture. I'd still need dining chairs. I've
Furniture
lived in my place for like too long.
Too long? Yeah, I was gonna say.
Way too long.
You live in like a proper house or an apartment?
I believe it's called a condominium, something like that.
Condominium.
I think that's an American term. It's like,
Is that what condos long for?
yeah.
Damn.
It's just
Condominium.
It's definitely like a one.
Oh, like a okay, yeah.
It's not a big place.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I've got a. I'm with a mate who I wish he'd clean up more, but that's neither here nor there.
That's what it is. We can post this up and call them out. Clean up your shit.
But like I was on campus, and that was like, it's convenient and super easy, but it's also just like hellish, because it's like you don't have to do anything.
Oh, for sure.
There's no like, you don't go anywhere. You don't meet local people. You don't do shit. You just
don't need to, because everything's there. Like the community, the amenities, like the access to everything is all. Like,
it's way too easy.
Yeah.
And that's not really what I wanted.
No, I feel that. Damn.
So I'm just in Brunswick, in a beautiful location.
Nice.
It's really nice.
Yeah, Brunswick's nice.
It's really convenient for a student and the type of thing that I'm doing at the moment.
Absolutely.
Especially, like, I don't have a car.
No.
I just ride it. Like, it's great for me at the moment. Yeah. And
solid.
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't
know. We're probably at about a good point to either have another beer. Are you finished with that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like another beer?
I would love another beer.
Brief little intermission. Which isn't really intermission, because I'm just going to keep talking through it. So that's for you. Yeah, this is, I don't know, I still don't quite know how I feel about it. The triple choc. Oh, hell yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
I said in an earlier episode that like a lot of these beers are like over full.
Well, the other one wasn't. This one.
No, I'm not. Like, it's not something that I'm going to complain about. Yes.
That is literally to the brim.
Like to the brim. How do they do that?
Wow.
Anyway.
You can wipe things on your socks. No one looks at your socks.
Yeah, no. That's why you wear black socks. Black socks.
Exactly.
Black socks are where it's at. That being said, I'm more of an ankle socks kind of guy, so I can't really do that. But I have a handkerchief to do that, so it's like it's
I think I've got a
peaks and valleys.
Every time I have a handkerchief, I don't need it, and every time I don't, I'm like, shit, I should have one.
You should just always carry one. It like takes no space. It's great.
I do my best.
Have a freshly pressed one for a lady in distress. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So-
need to get a clothes iron. It's
Yeah.
another thing that's like obvious. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you are you like I suspect I know the answer to this question already, but would you describe yourself as a fair weather cyclist?
what do you mean?
Like you only
Like
ride
only-
you only ride like nice weather. Like what Alex claims to be, where he used to
That's a
he
good
used
question.
to only, he used to only ever like show up for a ride if it was like clear, there's no hint of any rain, and now he just doesn't give a damn.
I'm fine with rain.
Yep.
I fucking hate wind.
Wind is one of the things I think.
Cause the only crash where I've like injured myself pretty. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I fell off my bike 'cause I was riding with no hands,
Yep.
and there was
Got
a
hit with
gap.
a gust of wind.
Well, there's a gap. I was approaching like a
gap in the
gap
buildings.
between buildings,
Oh,
and
of
it
course.
just hit me.
Whoosh. Yeah.
It was a Friday evening,
Oof.
and and then I didn't even break my elbow. I just like fractured it very slightly.
Okay. Yeah.
But it still put me in a cast for ages.
Yeah,
But
damn.
wind, I don't like wind, especially with like,
Deep-ish wheels.
yeah. Like you'd
Those
notice
wheels,
it.
yeah, those wheels aren't too bad. They're like
They're not that
40,
bad.
They're 40
They're really not that
series.
bad.
H plus. SL42 and formation faces.
Oh,
yeah.
he also gave me 2 of those rims. Like an
Just
extra
the
matching
rims.
set.
Oh shit, son. Nice.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
he gave me
Hell yeah.
that plus the rims
Nice.
for $350.
That's a hell of a.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god, yeah.
So I have another set of those rims as well.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
What are you
I
gonna
need
do with
to-
those? Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, just bring them
I should
here.
probably just
If
build
we if we end up selling them, I'll give you a cut.
Yeah.
Give you a cut of the sale.
Yeah, no, that'd be
So typically, and in the past and the present, I've had like a question. Previously, it was something that say the previous guest would ask for the next guest, and that got a little bit convoluted.
Ooh.
And I also took a break, so I don't do that anymore. But I've been sort of coming up with some questions on the fly, as you do, and so this one that I've got for you is gonna need some sort of, I guess, backstory. So correct me if I'm wrong, but you've ridden bikes in the US, in Canberra, and in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Is it the same sort of city or area in the US, or do you move around a lot, or
Nah, it's just
stay in the one?
Portland.
Okay, cool. I guess the question is, which city is your favourite to ride around in, and why is it Melbourne? I'm joking. I'm sure. Yeah, if there's
I mean, Canberra's out.
mm-hmm. I can confirm that Canberra is definitely not.
I mean, doing the lake loop on a time where no one else is out, that's really quite nice.
That's nice. Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's just beautiful and there's no one else out.
Yeah.
That's quite nice.
Yeah.
Like, Canberra's good to visit, not great to live in. Portland is really good if you're not. I mean, because I left Portland at 15 and I wasn't riding a ton because my high school was 2 blocks away from where I lived.
So it was so much easier just to walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Walking's cool though.
Portland drivers are much better, like way better, almost to a fault. Where I go back,
more respectful. Yeah.
I go back and it's like weird because I like wait for
cars to blow by and they never do. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Melbourne's a much bigger city. There's so much more to explore. And there's areas in Melbourne that feel very, very similar to Portland. Like the going along Capital City Trail,
Yeah.
up,
Like out past the drains.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
up around, that's not Collingwood, but the private schools and all that. And then you hit the.
Oh yeah. That goes into
That
like
feels
the
a lot
main
like
Yarra
Portland.
Trail. Yeah.
Melbourne's really nice to ride.
Yeah, it's a good spot. Okay.
Because it's just like the city trail, the Mary Creek trails and
Mary
all
Creek
that.
Trail's great. Yeah, there's
It's just
there's some
there's
good
so much more nature, like actually within the city.
Yeah, no, I feel that. In that case, if you were to travel somewhere with a bike, where would you want to go?
Damn. Oh.
It's a good one, right?
Yeah. It's a bunch of places.
There's a lot. Yeah. Would it be the sort of thing that you'd consider like traveling with a bike instead of just traveling on your own? Is that something that you've done that you've sort of thought about doing before?
No.
No. Yeah,
I just haven't traveled that much.
Yeah. Okay.
Off the top of my head, Japan would be really cool.
Yep.
Because it's pretty.
Japan's very pretty.
Because you can go. Yeah.
Okay.
But there's also other. Europe would be cool.
Europe, yeah.
I haven't been. I mean, that's the thing. I haven't really been that.
Been that many places.
I've been.
Yeah.
I've been. I mean, decent few places around the U.S. But then, like U.S., we got stuck in Fiji because we didn't have our Australian visas yet.
Oh, that's fun.
Canada, on the way. Canada airport.
Yep.
On the way to Australia.
Yeah.
And that's the only places I've been outside the U.S.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
But Japan would be cool.
Mm.
I feel like China would be really cool as well because
China?
there's just so much more variation.
Yeah. True.
And I feel like you can get a lot of places on
on a bike.
on a train.
On a train. Yeah.
Well, on a
that's true.
train to then get to.
That's true. Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't looked into. I need to look into it more.
Nice. Are you intending to come along to CMWC in November?
Not at this point.
You don't have to commit straight away. I was gonna say.
No,
No, at this point, okay.
I haven't thought about it. I haven't looked that much into it.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
That's that's somewhere that I've never I've been briefly, but never with a bike. So I'm keen to sort of see what that's like to ride around.
I believe at this point it's right during when I have all my uni stuff due.
It is at that sort of spicy end of the year.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's fine.
But I need to look into it more.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely keen on going to the fundraiser, LCAT.
That
Definitely
is
going to that.
exactly where I was going with that. We're more or less going to wrap up. As we mentioned before, we are running an all-day event, including an alley cat and probably like some sort of barbecue sausage sizzle type thing.
I'll have a good sausage sizzle.
At Montanai Cycles on Sunday, the 28th of September. It's going to be an all-day thing, and it's going to be raising money in aid of CMWC. At the moment, I believe the organisers are still a couple or a fair few entries short of being able to break even on the event, on the investment. It's a big event. It's worldwide. It happens every year in a different city, and we want to get a larger showing from people in Melbourne. So
Yeah.
there's a few of us that are registered. I'm still set to sort out my transport and accommodation and shit, but that's kind of the point. Is it's expensive, so we want to kind of take the sting out of it for people.
Absolutely.
And help them get there. Along with that, if you ride bikes and you want to ride bikes with like-minded people, come and ride bikes with us. We run a weekly group ride on Monday nights, meeting up at the Melbourne Museum at 6 p.m, rolling out at 7. The first Monday of every month is a beginner-friendly ride, so that's sub 15 kilometre distance, pretty chill party pace, and ending up at the Catfish for Philly cheesesteak and beer. I think that's
It's
it.
proper Philly cheesesteak.
It's a proper Philly cheesesteak. Have you had like a
Yeah.
proper? Yeah. Is it
proper.
like on par proper? Hell yeah. Bet. And then as well as that, we also do some random events. We get together on Fridays and hang out and go down to Burger Boys in the city. It's probably one of like 5 places that I go to just to eat out. Like I don't really go that many places.
As an American, as someone who's been to New Orleans, as one place in the South, and had plenty of burgers, chicken, beef, whatever. It's a damn good burger and damn good beer.
That's it. And
good fun.
Raymondo behind the bar is a great guy, friend of mine. I've known him for years, and he's definitely a good guy to have a chat to. Got some great stories. Tangent again, talking about food places. Do you have, being a uni student, do you have a go-to or a couple of go-to places for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be like specifically breakfast, lunch, or dinner. If you've got like one favorite that works for a couple things, that's fine.
Don Tojo, of course.
Don Tojo is a classic.
Don Tojo, Carlton, close to Melbourne Uni, because it is a damn good feed. Takes like 2 minutes to get it.
They're so fast.
$5 Sahis or Kieran's.
Yep.
It's very tempting when I'm at work operating machinery.
Yeah.
But I
you don't?
Absolutely not.
Good man.
Brunswick Green Refractories.
Green Refractory is good. I used to go there a lot. I used to live like down the road from there.
That feels like it feels like proper. That like feels like Portland proper.
Yeah, we used to go there. Myself and my friend Rob, we would go to Green Refractory like in the morning. We'd go out for a ride with the intention of like getting filming and getting content and stuff. And we'd stop off at Green Refractory for a coffee and like a whatever, something small for the morning. I had a friend who worked there, Dane, who I think now works at the cafe in Northcote, and he would always hook us up with like free coffees, and
nice.
I'd rock up and I'd be able to take like a bircher muesli and a fruit salad and not pay for it, and he'd be like, you're sweet, it's fine. But yeah, no, great spot. It's a good spot. Good shout. Any others that
I don't know. Like, I just end up cooking slop meals,
making fresh gruel. Nice.
I don't know, I
nice.
had potatoes, I had a beet.
There you go, mix it in, get some
I
color.
had capsicum, not bell pepper.
No, I mean,
Capsicum.
it is what it is, Solid. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that was just a random thing I remembered I was going to ask you about, and then forgot until like the very end of that. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up there. As I said, I'll chuck some links to both of our Instagrams over on in the description. If you've got anything in particular to sort of send through, stories, hot takes, differing opinions, this, that, the other, feel free to send it through to us either via DM on Instagram at Melbourne Alleycat, that's MELBURN Alleycat, or send it through to us in an email at ridebikesandbemarried@gmail.com. That's been it. I've been Felix. I've been joined by Rohan. We're gonna finish up our Easter egg triple chocolate ale, available at Bridge Road Brewers until they sell out, because it's way past Easter right now. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up there. As always, we'll catch you on Mondays for a bike ride. But until then, ride bikes, be merry, have fun, and stay safe.
Absolutely.